Okay, so we need a piece 3-4 inches at the bottom, enough to go over the top. Lengthwise, we need to go from the back of the arm to the front and round. I'm just going to manage with this piece that I've got. Okay, so it's a pin at the bottom, pin at the back, pin at the top, nice and tight over the front to the top. Same here, nice and tight. And likewise. So all we need to do now with the arm is follow the shape that we put in for the seat, exactly the same shape, into the same place. Again, to 1/4 of an inch away from the fabric of the arm. So we've gone into 1/4 of an inch. Just take the back nice and straight. And then we're just doing as we did with the seat. But first of all, we need to just continue the arm around here, nice and tight. Pop a pin in the front, and then we're just going to slowly work around the front. So with marks like so, cut, releases the fabric so we can keep tighter. Marker pen again, cut. Again, it releases the fabric. So again, we'll be putting the seams on the table, plus seam, plus seam, and then we're going to pop a notch. That notch, we will put that onto the fabric on the cutting table, so we know to match these together when we come to sew the seat to the arm onto the front of the arms. It's a case of trying to get the fabric to lay the best you can and matching the darts up. You know, you might need 2 darts, you might need 3 darts, but it's a case of kind of just making the fabric lay nice and flat, so all the darts are the same distance apart, and try to get them to the same size. Back of the arm, fold the fabric back, looking for the cutting point on the inside back, which is, I'll pop an arrow. It's actually there. So all we're doing is aiming for the arrow. So cutting from below. Again to 1/4 of an inch away from the inside back. Down to the seat and then away on an angle like so. Okay, so now what I need to do is just check, pull the seat out, put the shape together, make sure it's all matching correctly, and then the length needs to be the same on the arm as the seat. So I'm about 1/2 inch too long on the seat, so I'm going to trim that off a fraction. And that's now fine, that's now matching. So same with the inside back, from the shape here, matching the shape up, all the way down, seeing that shape matches. And then finally just check the width of the sofa inside back and the width of the seats. Again, we're at the correct size there. So we don't actually need to trim anything off from these angles that we've cut. You may need to just trim a fraction off on yours, you know, that's fine, it's all in the tucking, so it doesn't matter, but as it happens, this has worked out the correct size. So we can tuck all this back away. Onto the back of the arm. All we're doing is following the shape all the way around. How we do that, just pop a pin in there to secure the fabric. Keeping tight into this crevice. A little bit at a time, cut, release. Releases the fabric. So as you can see, we did marker pen, we snipped, marker pen, snipped, marker pen, snipped, until we got the shape to follow all the way around. And we're nicely matched up with the seam on the inside back, so we know that that will nicely sew together all the way around this arm collar, and that's how we get the perfect fit around here. All we need to do now is add a notch there and a notch there, so when we come to sew them together we know that these two notches must match, and then we're just following down and around down into the seat. We know all the shape matches up because we've checked it as we've gone along. The last thing we need to do is just put an arrow and plus seams on this area. We must remember to add the seam allowance. So we can now tuck all the arm away. So we've tucked the arm away. And we know we've got a great fit on the arm. We've checked all the shapes match up. It's really important that we check the seat matches to the arm, the tuck-ins, the length of the seat to the length of the arm, and then the width of the back to the width of the seat, and then the depth of the arm, depth of the inside back. It just makes it a lot easier when we come to sew the covers together. It all matches and it saves you having to make tucks and try and kind of make something fit. We know that it will just sew together, it will all match perfectly. So now we're onto the outside arm.